What's going on, Drinking Buddies? Brand new podcast coming right at you, but you know what we gotta do first. First and foremost, we are brought to you by the Patreon. That's right, patreon.com/Matt Slayer, home of exclusive content, not just in Now We Drink content, random videos, musings, artwork, all sorts of stuff from yours truly. You can join the Patreon for as little as $3 a month. That is less than 10 cents a day. That is less than the cost of a beer. And it would support the hell out of me and the show for you to come join. At the higher tiers, you can actually get special thanks credits credited on IMDb for this show, for the video versions. You get the ad-free versions of the audio. You get the video versions first. You get the whole back catalog of the videos. So check it out today at patreon.com/Matt Slayer. We are also brought to you by my Twitch stream. That's right, at twitch.tv/MattFandSlayer. I am not playing as much as I have been in the past, but we are getting back at it. Thursday nights is community game night. So come hang out, join the community, come play some games with me. If you have Amazon Prime, that Prime sub costs you nothing and would be super appreciated. Once again, at twitch.tv/MattFandSlayer. Last but not least, the thing that costs you absolutely fucking nothing. Did you know we have a YouTube channel? At youtube.com/NowWeDrink. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. A lot of video content there. A lot of clips. Trying to get monetized or be told again that I can't be monetized, but we need more subscribers to do that. So once again, go to twitch.tv/NowWeDrink. Let's get on with the show. Returning this week, once again, my homie, Raanen Bozzio. This is a super weird one. We just all over the place. All over the fucking place. Nonsensical. Just 2 hours of me and Raanen riffing and just being weird. So sit back, relax, pop a cold one, and enjoy, Drinking Buddies. Bozzio, what up?
What's up, Matt Slayer? How you doing, my man?
Not much. We're just fully introducing each other by full fucking names.
Yeah, you know, Joey Diaz style, bro. Everybody's got to be first name, last name. You know? We're about to drink some Weller Reserve.
W.L. Weller Special Reserve.
I'm Breaking Bad on the weekday. I shouldn't be doing this, but you know
You're doing beer and shots.
And now we drink, you know?
Cheers,
and
bro.
I have to work out after this. I'm going to be, I got to at least do abs and some cardio still. I'm just going to nurse that little Smallman's glass. That's what this is called. For
So what we're calling it now?
In the bar industry? No, that's what they call this, a Smallman's.
Oh. I thought you were just making fun of that has a Russian name on the fucking branding on it.
No, it has nothing to do with the branding. It's the size of the... I think now's not a good time to talk about the branding for that particular side glass.
Hey, that shit's made in Latvia or some shit. It's not actually made in... Well, some of it's made in Russia, some of it's made in fucking Latvia.
There you go.
But we're drinking good old American whiskey.
Yeah, that's true.
And Dutch beer.
Made in the U.S. Yeah, exactly. Our allies, the Dutch, you know, those who brought kickboxing to the Western world, you know?
Wonder how the Dutch ended up with kickboxing.
Yeah, that's a good question, right? Because, you know, you think the two biggest places with kickboxing outside of Holland are Thailand and Korea, right? Taekwondo. And then you also have karate to a certain extent has some kickboxing elements. So I'm sure some immigrants came over, either karate or maybe Thai, maybe a combination, you know, maybe Korean.
Oh, apparently Dutch kickboxing is a fairly new thing.
Okay. Yeah.
The beginnings of Dutch kickboxing. Kickboxing in the Netherlands started in the 1970s.
Yeah, absolutely.
After Dutchmen traveled to Japan to learn Japanese kickboxing.
Okay.
Which was a mix of Kyokushin, karate, and Muay Thai.
Okay. So see, there you go. Interesting. So they have a Japanese style of kickboxing that they developed with, I'm sure, Dutch boxing techniques or whatever the fuck to develop their own unique style, which is actually pretty cool. It's cool that there's kind of different flavors of the same or, you know, similar martial arts, you know? And that, yeah, there's this weird European, and it just thrives there. It's so popular. You know, it's still like Rico Verhoeven's like a huge star over there.
Bass fucking rooting.
Yeah, dude, my boy Bass, my pal, as you've seen, you know, we're old chums. We FaceTimed actually. I'm not sure if I did screenshot the FaceTime.
You did.
Yeah,
you did.
Absolutely. I had to, man. It was crazy. Such a nice guy. Took a lot of time to talk to me and didn't have to. It was like really weird. I was like, wow, this is really cool. You know?
It's like, thanks, boss. Thanks.
Yeah, I was like, I really appreciate. Like, I almost didn't know what to talk to. I was like, wow, this is like.
You should have had him liver kick you just for the fuck of it.
Yeah, no, it wasn't in person. It was on FaceTime.
Oh, I'm saying you should have arranged for a liver kick. He's in LA enough.
Why would I arrange for that, Matt Slayer? As if my liver hasn't been damaged enough from hanging out with you, you know?
Come on.
Yeah, you only account for like...
What greater love letter from Boss Rutan could one get than a liver kick?
Well, he spin kicked the camera for me. That's a perfect love letter. That's the distance that I want to be from a Boss Rutan spin kick is over the cell phone. You know, I don't want to be anywhere near that.
Come on, just a little CTE, just a little. Come on,
just
a little CTE from him.
I have enough. I mean, if we were training, if we were sparring, I don't think he would probably really spar. Or if we were to hit pads a little bit or mess around, I'm sure he might catch me a little bit every once in a while. That's maybe a more acceptable. But to say, hey boss, liver kick me, or spinning back heel kick me, I'm all good, man. Or even just a shot, man. He looks so powerful. I just saw a video of him the other day, like from behind, and his back is like so shredded, dude. He's doing like this breathing technique. I want to get his thing, the O2 lung trainer. Have you seen that?
I have not.
It's pretty interesting. It's like, they have all those masks that are like supposed to be for your oxygen, whatever. But his is like the only one that the way it exhales and inhales is unique from everything else. And it's like the most optimal for building like lung strength. And that's coming from a guy who had asthma when he was growing up. He was like a really sick kid. I don't know if you ever knew that. But like he was like all in bandages and shit and all fucked up. And, he somehow just started training martial arts, just kind of powered through it and, totally knocked out the asthma. But his O2 lung trainer is like apparently amazing for cardio. I'd really like to try doing that while drumming, because then I'm sure the sets will be like so easy after I'm not playing with them. You know what I mean?
Either you're going to just pass out at your kit.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, actually, I think it would be pretty difficult because you expend a lot of energy for a live show, but when you're practicing, it's kind of just what you have to do to get the hits off. So it's kind of just like a good warm up tool. I think a good to build up your endurance for the show. But even if I played a show with that thing, I could imagine I could do it pretty well, because your technique and stuff drumming, it doesn't burn as much as like really working out, like really doing crazy cardio. Like that shit's fucking insane. Like what wrestlers, what fighters, what all these people do for conditioning. Like people always talk about, oh, drumming, it's such a high activity, thing, like a high tension, or whatever I don't even know what I'm talking about, bro. I'm totally stumbling over my words trying to sound intelligent. That's
not your bag, man. Don't worry about it.
I know I shouldn't. I should just let go,
I mean, it's bad when you're sounding bad about the one thing that you are known for, which is drumming.
Yeah, high intensity. That's what I meant. High intensity activity.
Yeah,
activity. There you go. High cardiovascular activity. And yeah, I think it's still like so nothing compared to really doing crazy shit. Going on the elliptical for however long, with treadmill, anything. Going running, cross country, etc., or doing these crazy conditioning drills that wrestlers and fighters do. That's the shit that just
fuck burpees. Fuck the idea of that shit. Nope.
It's just definitely meant to blow you up. Bear crawls, that stuff's fun. Like I hated it so much when I was younger, obviously, but as I've gotten older, I think, and I'm more accepting of my masochistic side, I realize that it can be good times doing that stuff, You feel accomplished after, at the very least. You're like, okay, I did some fucking shit today. You know what I mean? I got somewhere in my head.
For me, working out, it's one of those things like, if I get into a routine and I stick to the routine, I can actually do it. It's the minute I break routine, I'm like, nah, now my brain's like, nah, I don't want to go do that.
Yeah.
I want to do anything else.
That's the hardest part, right? It's just the consistency. You know, it's really easy to let go and fall off the wagon. We all have. I have plenty of times, but since my last streak, I've been doing really good. I've maybe only missed like 4 or 5 like whole weeks working out over the past like close to 2 years now. And most of it was because I was injured or sick. You know what I mean? Like something else was going on. I always tried to just never give myself any excuses. And then, you know, you have to. And it can be straining. You know what I mean? It can be straining on like your relationships with other humans, like all sorts of stuff. Cause it's like, oh, you have to work out. Like, no, I'm not.
Yeah, people aren't understanding about that shit.
Yeah. They're like, well, oh, you have to work out. It's like, yeah, I do. This is like part of my life, you know? Some people get upset. But usually I find most people are encouraging. It's like, oh, this is, you want to work out, do your thing, bro. You know, I can't go out and party and drinking tonight because you have some other activities. It's like almost like shows in a way. You know, I think shows are much more understandable, right? Because it's a creative outlet and people know me as a drummer, not a worker-outer.
Well, but it's also like with shows, that is your creative outlet and also part of your livelihood. It's going to work.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, but in a way too, working out is part of that, right? It's kind of training. For me, a lot of it is training my mind because it is having a routine. It is being consistent. It is having like, what's the word? Not liability, but when you're, you can count on somebody, something to happen. Accountability.
Okay, yeah.
When you can count on something, you know, what is it called? That ability.
Welcome to the Raanen Bozzio Meathead episode.
The ability to account. I know, I start talking about working out, and all of a sudden my brain just goes, lift weights.
Lift heavy things.
That's all I can
impregnate people.
Lunge. Yeah, just.
Full on Neanderthal.
Yeah, all this stupid shit.
You're going to leave here and like must club someone, drag back to cave.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to leave here and do lunges. You know what I mean? Going to do lunges. But you know what I found out is really cool that I've been combining two of my loves and making it really work well with my productivity is I've been practicing KOF 15 trials or like other shit while I'm doing my lunges now. So for like a long time I was always doing my lunges outside, but it's been pretty cold lately and I've just been like just not wanting to deal with going out and like sweating that much because you got to wear a hoodie if you're going to go out there and then you're going to sweat once you start lunging. So, and then you're freaking cold walking back because you're soaked in, you know, sweat. So it's like, it can be a little uncomfortable. And the walk from my apartment to where I have to lunge, it's just like all this extra time I'm shaving off by just doing it in my room, doing it in place, timing myself, and then playing King of Fighters 15. And it's been great. It's been a lot of fun. I actually got past some of the trials that I was struggling with on Twitch Live, but I like kind of just did it by myself. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to keep getting this till I get the timing and just keep doing the lunges. And it was working out, man. I got a good chunk of those trials done.
Fuck yeah.
But I can only do the first 3 really for anybody. You know what I mean? Some of those, and I think there's only like 5 or 6 trials for all the characters. But once you get to those last few combos, it's like, what the fuck, dude? Like I got to do all this fucking crazy shit. It's like 12 different inputs, you know, and you're just like, oh my God.
It's like, I'm not on a fight stick, man. What the fuck?
Yeah, well, not only that, but I'm not that mentally, you know, adept at fighting games. I'm pretty good, but that's about the level I'm at. I'm like half the trials good. I'm like 60-75% of the trials good. I'm never 100% of the trials, you know. And especially the competition online, dude, it has been intense and insane. A lot of people are just smashing the fuck out of me. You have no chance. And something we've talked about earlier was these goddamn 100% combos where you fight somebody and it's touch of death and you're like, okay, cool. This game's fair and balanced. You know, I can do absolutely nothing. I have no way to counter this. And especially you play against a character you don't know and they're like doing some crazy throw shit. You're like, I have no idea how to fucking, what the hell am I supposed to do? It makes you feel kind of helpless, but it also inspires you to be like, all right, I need to figure out what these guys are on because, you know, I know there's a lot of good fighting games, or fighting game players, but it seems like the average level on KOF is just like everybody. It is what it is. I guess that's the video game community nowadays.
It is. Why we segued from working out to video games, I feel like we are one DMT conversation away from just being the Wish version of the JRE.
You know, man, it could be a lot worse.
It could be.
That's actually a really good comparison. You know what I mean? I'm into that. I accept it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say I'm the Wish Joey Diaz though. We'd have to find somebody else.
I mean, I'm definitely not the Wish Rogan, but
yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, I don't know. What are we the Wish version of? We're definitely the Wish versions of some things and some people for sure.
Awesome that we're not originals in any way, shape, or form.
I'm not saying we're not original, but I'm saying everybody, you know, there's parallels to the world. Like there's a Wish version of us. You know what I mean?
What would the Wish version of Raanen Bozzio be?
I know I'm not going to like name any names here, but I know some dudes that are the Wish version of Raanen Bozzio. And like people have told me that. They're like, oh, that guy just seems like he's like trying to copy your style and shit. I'm like, it is what it is. I'm trying to copy a lot of other people's style too, so nothing is original.
I know you're trying to be the bad guy from fucking Fifth Element.
with this shirt on, come on, bro. This shirt is like vacation all the time. Maybe my hair is a little, you know, John Baptiste Emmanuel Zorg-esque, but I would say for the most part, when it's flipping the right way, it's
we gotta get you the little plastic bit.
It's all
the
American,
other side of your head.
It's all American Joe, bro. It's not that. I don't think it's that harsh, you know. But you got to be able to rib yourself a little bit.
A little
talk about it. No, dude, this shirt is vacation all the time, man. That's what it's all about. I'm now on vacation all the time. I've decided with this outfit, that's what I'm manifesting, bro. I just came back from Solvang. Solvang was amazing. I actually worked, but it was a vacation. You know what I mean? Going up there and it's like
the little Dutch village.
Yeah, it's like drunk Disneyland, basically. You know what I mean?
Like, it's not very authentic Dutch if there's no kickboxers, though.
Dude, I never thought about that. What is the kickboxing community like in Solvang? I bet you there's some martial arts around there. You know what I mean? There has to be, but I didn't see anything. I don't even think I saw a gym while I was there. I think it's all, and I mean, I was downtown, like in the heart of downtown Solvang, but it was all bakeries, breweries, wine shops, antique stores, and gift shops, and restaurants.
So
that's all that exists.
There's the Paragon Academy, Jiu-Jitsu, boxing, kickboxing.
Okay.
There's a Gracie School up there.
Okay, surely, yeah.
There's Youth Empowered Boxing Gym.
Okay.
And Insight Martial Arts.
Okay. So do any of them talk about specializing in Dutch kickboxing, considering that fucking little town represents itself as so Dutch? You'd gotta hope there's some guy named Joran Vander Bjornson. I almost fucked up.
Vander Hoot.
Yeah, exactly. I almost said Vander Sloot, and that wasn't good. We all know what happened with that guy. What happened to him actually?
I don't even really know.
Yeah.
Nothing good.
I know. I think he ended up in a Rubian prison, right? For a little while. I'm sure somewhere. He got tried somewhere else, right? For fucking with another girl, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that guy. But that was the most Dutch name I could think of at the time. I wish I had something better. Jules Holland. He's from the UK, I guess, but he's probably Dutch. Boss Rutan, I guess that one's pretty good, but who do we got? Stefan Struve.
Fucking Dutch, so goddamn tall.
He's a real life Sagat. If you think about it, if they ever do a freaking goddamn another Street Fighter movie and they don't give fucking Stefan some juice, you know what I mean? Because he's gotta get a little cranked up. I know he has heart issues, but he's got to just go see a bodybuilder, whatever. I'm sure he's got to eat like probably 12,000 calories since he's fucking 7 feet tall. But go talk to Big Show or somebody like that, you know what I mean? Go talk to some giant dude. Get jacked up and then be Sagat in the fucking Street Fighter movie, bro. That is what he was born to fucking
Why
do.
get jacked? They have CGI for that shit.
Come on, dude. You want a real jacked Sagat. Everybody, if they make another Street Fighter movie, when they make another Street Fighter movie.
Hopefully they don't make another Street Fighter movie.
They do. Every 10 years they will. You know what I mean? Something like that.
It's been 20-something since the last one.
The Legend of Chun-Li. No, just a little over 10. I think it was 2008, 2009. Around that time.
No.
2009. You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. Am I right? Legend of Chun-Li. Street Fighter and the Legend of Chun-Li.
And you called it 2009.
Memory like a trap for absolutely useless bullshit.
I forgot that was even a thing.
Dude, look, when you're a Street Fighter fan, and especially a Chun-Li fan, like, that was heartbreaking, bro. Like, at least fucking the coked out Jean-Claude Van Damme, like, dyed bleach blonde his fucking hair. You know what I mean? Like he gave us a little bit of fucking effort, but these guys, no goddamn effort. Bison could have looked good. The actor who plays Bison kind of has like a Bison from Alpha 2 face. You know, he kind of has that like wide mouth, wide eyes kind of thing. He could have been great if they just put him in a general's cap. You know, it's like the simplest thing. But I guess they didn't want to make it costumey. I don't know. How can you surpass Raul Julia and literally the performance of his life? It was. He died making that movie for us. And you know what? It fucking shows. Because out of anything you can say in that movie, what was good? Raul Julia. That was the only fucking thing that was good. The costumes looked good. The characters looked, for the most part, like they were supposed to look. But
that's an exaggeration.
Bro, pull up the cast from Street. Like, there's a picture at the end that has all of them in the poses. It looks fucking good, dude. Like, at least they look like E Honda looked like fucking E Honda. You know what I mean? Balrog looked like Balrog. He had the fucking outfit. DJ had fucking DJ's outfit, bro. Zangief. You know what I mean? Like, they all looked like they needed to look. Ryu and Ken bust out the fucking outfits. You know, like they've got it all. Legend of Chun-Li, she's wearing fucking regular ass clothes the whole goddamn time, bro. As far as I know. I don't know. I never even watched that movie. I won't. I refuse to. I refuse to support it. I would rather watch the shitty ass Jean-Claude Van Damme Street Fighter again than watch Legend of Chun-Li.
See, what's fun is in that image, no Blanca, because Blanca looked like hot garbage in that fucking movie.
But he looked like a fucking monster, bro. At least they gave him green skin and they blew out his fucking hair and it looked red and he looked like a fucking weirdo. Like he wasn't as jacked as Blanca. Sure, but they didn't get fucking Wolverine to play him, you know what I mean? But it was so much, at least they had the look, you know, they knew what to do. It was kind of like the Mortal Kombat thing. Like, at the very least, you can say that they looked like the characters that they portrayed for the most part. Sonya and Johnny Cage, maybe not so much, but everybody else pretty much had their... And you know what? They did a great job. Another thing about, I would say Mortal Kombat, the two best things about Mortal Kombat are...
The new one?
No. I haven't seen the new one yet. I need to.
No, you don't. You really don't. You really don't.
There's mixed reviews on that. I'm going to see for myself because, you know, I like a lot of things that a lot of people don't like. So maybe I would be into it. But I don't even want you to explain anything to me. I just want to see it. Just let me see.
There's nothing to explain. It's fucking bad.
Okay.
The whole film's budget wasn't used for scenes with Scorpion or Sub-Zero. Everything else is just like, yeah, we got no more budget.
That makes sense. I mean, they are the big stars.
Yeah, the problem is Scorpion's barely in the movie.
Well, that sucks. So they basically had no budget is what you're telling me? Or Sub-Zero's in the movie way more?
Sub-Zero's in the movie way more, but like the climactic final fight happens in a gym locker room. Like in a gym fucking locker room.
Spoiler alert, everybody.
Oh my god. The location of the fight's a spoiler.
Hey man, you know, now I know when the gym locker room scene comes up, I'm like, oh great, here's the ending of the movie.
I mean, you'll know.
I could have been on the edge of my seat, bro.
I mean, only if you're having a stroke.
Yeah.
It's the only reason you're gonna be on the edge of your seat for that fucking movie. Fuck.
We'll see. Maybe I'll like it. There's some stuff that I need to find out for myself. You know what I mean? Sometimes you need to put your finger into the electrical socket, find out yourself.
No, I'm supposed to protect you from such things.
That is true, but when it comes to movies, I don't think a movie is going to be as damaging as putting my finger in an electrical socket.
You ain't seen Mortal Kombat yet.
Yeah, come on, bro. It can't be that bad. It can't be that bad.
And sticking your finger in an electrical socket will wake you up.
Okay, you know what was really bad? But we're going to get back to what was good about the original Mortal Kombat. What was really bad was fucking Coming to America 2.
Oh yeah, that movie's fucking horrible.
Oh my god, that made me really sad. Like maybe the first 5 to 10 minutes of it was like, okay, there's some good jokes in here, and then it proceeded to be an absolute like remake of Coming to America, but just like, oh, we switched it up. Now it's yin and yang, you know, and it's like, oh my goodness. But yeah, very, very lazy kind of, but I don't know, man. Who knows what it's like to try and be a writer nowadays, but you could tell that was,
you could do better.
Lazy cash.
You could fucking do better.
Yeah.
A lot of movies don't need fucking sequels.
Mortal Kombat 1. Well, yeah, but see, here's the double side to that. Annihilation is an awesomely bad sequel. You know what I mean? Like Annihilation, for all the laughs that it's brought, is like, it's worthy in its badness. But the best part about Mortal Kombat 1 is the actor who played Johnny Cage killed it, knocked it out of the park. And then what's his name? Christopher Lambert as Raiden. Oh my God. He was not Raiden at all, but he was incredible. It's just his performance was on fire, dude.
The only good thing about that movie is Mortal Kombat, the fucking music.
No, the best part is Christopher Lambert, dude. The fact that his catchphrase is, "I don't think so," is totally like Full House and also Shawn Michaels from 1993 gimmick. Like, oh, you gotta love it, bro. That's so 90s.
There are so many better Christopher Lambert movies.
Yeah, obviously. Well, the best one everybody knows is Highlander. Highlander's amazing for many reasons, and the number 2 tied for first. Tied for first is the fact that the Fabulous Freebirds are wrestling in the beginning, and
At Madison Square Garden.
And second, the awesome Princes of the Universe song by Queen and the accompanying music video. Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen the music video?
Oh, yeah.
It is tremendous. And I've noticed throughout my life, recently at least, I've been talking to more people about that. Not a lot of people know about it. Everybody's like, what? What are you talking about? I'm like, first of all, the song is amazing.
Well, the fact that Prince did the entire soundtrack.
Queen.
Yes.
Prince.
There. Some royalty.
Second try. King Crimson. No.
King Diamond.
Right. Fuck.
Dude, come on. The Highlander soundtrack done by King Diamond? Fuck
yeah, dude. You know what? That would be cool. They could do a full band cover of that. I'd be into that.
Yeah, Queen did the whole fucking soundtrack.
Yeah, amazing. So great song. And yeah, the video that accompanies it where Freddie Mercury is sword fighting with Christopher Lambert on the fucking background where the final climactic battle is happening. Tremendous. And like I said, great song. And just all the mixture of good amount of video clips and then like crossing over with the music video and like band performance looks sick. They're all wearing trench coats, kind of like Christopher Lambert, except Freddie Mercury's got a sick vest on. You know what I mean? And they're just at like the height of their fucking madness, just killing it, bro. Shredding all over the fucking place. Heavy riffage, like big Bonham fucking drumming. And then like, yeah, that song is, it's all over. It's like, if I wanted to explain Queen to anybody, I think I would play that song and just be like, this, just watch this video and listen to this. And here's Queen for you. Because it's got like all the fucking, we are born to be princes of the universe and all that shit. And then it's all got the like quiet, who, people talk about you. People say you lost your way. No. You know, it's just like all the, it's like such the perfect blend of like some of the ballady stuff and like all the vocal harmonies and then like, yeah, rock and roll and just riffage and all the all the classic Brian May guitar tone. You know, it's like, yeah, that's the perfect descriptor of Queen.
On paper, that whole movie is fucking insane. Like, hey, we're going to have this action movie about immortals cutting each other's heads off. Completely entire soundtrack done by Queen.
Here's the pitch office for that. All right, so we got an idea. We're going to make this movie. You've ever heard of the Highlanders, right? Oh, yeah, you know, the Scotsman, right? There's some sort of like, you know, maybe something about ancient Scottish warriors. It's like, yeah, exactly, ancient Scottish warriors, right? Not only ancient Scottish warriors, they're immortal.
But only one of them. But only fucking one of them.
Immortal. Okay, immortal. This is interesting. There's a bunch of ancient Scottish warriors that are immortal. Yeah, and because they're immortal, we go into the future. And we go into present time, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, I like where you're going with this, right? And the whole movie centers around decapitation. You're like, take a step back. Okay. There's no way we can change that. No way we can change it. This is the way that these guys die. They're immortal. Got to chop their heads off.
To get their power.
Like, all right, well, I don't think that's really going to work for the modern audience. You know what I mean? I know we're into the death and the gore thing, but it's going to be hard to market a movie about we got to chop their heads off. It might as well just say Highlander, heads getting chopped off.
But we're going to give them a really catchy catchphrase when they do it. We're going to scream, there can be only one.
Okay, wait. There's a catchphrase involved. What is this catchphrase again?
There can be only one.
Okay, I'm liking this. I'm already
And we got Queen to do the whole soundtrack.
I'm seeing the lunch boxes. Wait, you got Queen to do the soundtrack? Okay, I'm sold. You know what? Decapitation aside, Highlander, it's going to be a hit, baby. Let's see what we can make happen.
Oh,
here.
did I mention we have Sean Connery playing a Spaniard with a Scottish accent?
That's actually the third best part of that movie. I forgot about that.
How could you forget about that?
I remember that he's in that movie, but I forgot for a second that his character is Spanish with a Scottish accent.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. It is Clancy Brown, the Kurgan. I'm looking at his IMDb right now to see what he had done.
Like Jason. I bet he played Jason once.
Nope, not before that. His biggest role before Highlander was he was in The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension.
Okay, now that's a movie that I want to see. What is the pitch? What's the pitch office look for that?
Have you never seen Buckaroo Banzai?
No, this is a real like?
Oh, it's a real movie.
Thing that people know about. This is the first I've ever heard of this.
Oh, it's another ridiculous coked out
80s idea.
Yeah. Here's the synopsis if you were unaware of it. Adventurer, brain surgeon, rock musician, Buckaroo Banzai and his crime-fighting team, the Hong Kong Cavaliers.
What are his three?
Adventurers, brain surgeon, rock musician.
And he does all of that. That's just Buckaroo.
That's just Buckaroo.
Buckaroo Banzai.
Yes.
Okay, but BB for short.
And his crime-fighting team, the Hong Kong Cavaliers, must stop evil alien.
You talking about HKC? Talking about the old HKC, bro? Hong Kong Cavaliers, dude? That's my favorite rap group from the 90s.
Well, they got it from Buckaroo Banzai from 1984. They must stop evil alien invaders from the eighth dimension who are planning to conquer Earth.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that was well described in the title. I totally got that part. They really fleshed that one out. The plot. Great movie because you know what it is. You know what you're getting into from the title.
Oh my God. I don't think I've ever actually seen it, and it's for free on Prime Video, so I think I know what I'm doing after the show.
After this, bro, you have to come back, and I want to watch that. Well, I mean, maybe you'll watch it by yourself, and then it'll be good for a rewatch. But
I feel like
I would like to watch that together. I feel like we need to do a watch along for that.
And some mushrooms.
Yeah. Yeah, oh my goodness.
That does not sound like it needs to be a sober experience.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I feel like sober is going to be more than enough. I feel like doing mushrooms is going to taint our first experience because we're going to be like, wait, what the fuck is going on? Like, we're not going to know what reality and fiction is. Whereas, like, if we're sober, we can really fully absorb the probable greatness that is Buckaroo Banzai and the Hong Kong Cavaliers defend the fighters.
The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension.
Across the Eighth Dimension. Okay.
So
he has to go across the Eighth Dimension.
Starring Peter Weller, John Lithgow, and Ellen Barkin.
Now, can you explain to me how the Eighth Dimension works?
No.
Because I know 3 dimensions. I know 2.
Oh, hey, Jeff Goldblum's in it too. And Christopher Lloyd.
That's a pretty stacked cast, actually. I mean, this must have been before any of them were in anything, right?
It's from 1984.
Oh, so this is past Back to the Future.
No, Back to the Future is like 86, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. You probably know better than me. I'm
85.
Not on that one. Okay, 85. So, yeah, way before Suburban Commando.
Yeah. Yep.
But have you seen Suburban Commando?
Yes.
I was frozen today. Classic line, dude. One of the greatest lines in film history. Could you imagine you're that stressed out? And at the end of the day, that's your excuse. I was frozen today. Poor Christopher Lloyd, man.
Made some interesting career choices.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I was reading earlier today that he initially didn't want to do Back to the Future.
Good thing he did. Apparently, he's really good in Taxi Cab. Or Taxi. Taxi. Is that was
Taxi.
Called?
Not Taxi Driver. That's De Niro being a crazy
driver,
person.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? It's weird that a sitcom and a very violent and gritty film are just so similar to each other, you know?
Taxi had Andy Kaufman, Danny DeVito.
Yeah, Danny DeVito. And who else was a new face in that? Somebody big was a new face in that. Somebody who ended up being a huge star.
Besides Andy Kaufman?
Well, yeah. Who's the main guy in Taxi?
I'm looking.
It's somebody who's big. Some big.
This is Matt Slayer. Matt Slayer and Raanen Bozzio do IMDb.
Jamie, look that up.
Oh, Tony Danza.
Tony Danza. Okay, yeah, that wasn't that his first outlet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I knew it.
And apparently it also starred Jeff Conaway and Judd Hirsch.
Yeah, I remember them too. Judd Hirsch, great look. Judd Hirsch definitely looks like he's Mel Brooks's large son. Am I right?
Yeah.
They kind of have that similar face and hair.
Poor Jeff Conaway's dead, isn't he?
I don't know, man.
It's Kaneki.
Oh yeah, he's.
Yep, he died in he died 10 years ago, 11 years ago.
Rest in peace. Did he come back for Grease too?
Not in his top 5.
No, okay, yeah. The only guy I think who came back for Grease 2 is the guy with the fucked up face.
Wait a minute, what the fuck?
What?
He has credits for fucking movies coming out this year and next year.
Explain?
I think it's VO.
Oh.
So Dante's Hell
Maybe they're Grease documentaries.
No, it's Dante's Hell and Dante's Purgatory. In Dante's Hell animated in 2013, he did the Circles introduction, English version voice. And for Dante's Hell, he's doing the Circles introduction again. And for Dante's Purgatory, he's doing Terrence's introduction. So apparently they were just using some old VO.
Yeah, that's just the intro for the thing. I'm guessing it's him reciting some lines. So that's from the Dante's Inferno video game that got adapted into an anime, I'm guessing.
I don't know if this is a video game or not.
Is there a guy with a cross and like a fucking scythe? Is it like an anime?
No.
Oh, okay.
There's just really bad CGI as cover art.
Huh. Yeah, that game is pretty cool. Did you ever play it?
I didn't.
It's like a PlayStation 3 God of War ripoff that's better than God of War, I would say. I think it's better than any God of War I've played, except for maybe the newest one. I haven't played that one yet, so I can't.
I don't know.
I can't judge on the newest one. It's different. It's a different era. You know what I mean? It's a completely different game if you think about it. It's much meatier, you know? Where this is like the original 3 God of War. But anyway, really cool. Yeah, it's about going to the circles of hell and fighting the devil and all that shit. And you have a giant scythe and you're Dante and you're just going through the circles, and all the kills and deaths and all that stuff are really brutal and cool. And the bosses fucking them up is a lot of fun. It's a classic.
It doesn't make sense to kill people in hell. Where are they going to go? Further into hell?
Well, you're killing demons. You're fighting demons that are...
Yeah, where are they going to go?
They're tormentors of hell.
Right, but where are they going to go? They're going to go to heaven for doing a good job in hell?
I don't think they're going to go anywhere. You killing them is erasing their soul. You're just completely wiping out their existence.
That's not how it works in Christian Catholicism.
They're going beyond purgatory. They just evaporate into nothingness, and that's it. No soul. Because they're already in hell, so you can't get any worse than just ceasing to exist.
Either they just pick themselves up like an hour later, man. Like, that sucked.
Maybe they do go to heaven, bro, and maybe that's their torture. Maybe they get tormented. Maybe the demons are getting tormented in heaven. That's how it works. They kind of do like a yin and yang thing, you know?
All that harp music, man. Drive you fucking insane.
That's it, bro. Well, dude, I mean, if you imagine God's powers, or at least like heavenly and godly powers, I mean, at the very least, you're like shocking the fuck out of their asses like constantly. You know what I mean? I imagine just a pin, like a pin full of demons, but it's like clouds. It's like on a bunch of clouds, and God is just standing there like shocking them, like force lightning them. Zzz, zzz,
He's the goddamn emperor?
Yeah, basically. I mean, he kind of is, you know what I mean? He has that power, right? He's like Zeus, dude. Zeus shoots the lightning, bro.
See, Zeus wouldn't be bothered with that shit. Zeus is too busy fucking.
No, Zeus is definitely a spiteful motherfucker.
But he is also too busy fucking. Like, half of Greek mythology is Zeus comes down from Olympus and fucks somebody.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's too not busy enough to still torture demons.
He may be God and all, but do you think he closes that fast?
Yes, obviously he has, from the amount of children that he has. He's fucking God. He just turns into like a fucking horse, and they see him and they're like, whoa, what a pretty horse. And he like gets petted by them, and then he turns into a human, starts banging him. Basically, that's what I've found out from Zeus, you know?
Yeah, but he's still got to put in a little work. You think he's like...
Yeah, he's putting in work. He's fucking...
Right, I'm just saying, Zeus doesn't have the time to electrocute people. He is too busy fucking.
Yes, he does. We just explained this. It doesn't take him too long to close the deal.
What are you saying? Zeus is a 2-pump chump?
No, but he doesn't have to put in a lot of effort to seal the deal. That's what I'm saying. He does because he's Zeus, right? He's a little extra, but that's why he knows he's gonna like just get there. He's a fucking, it's easy prey. He's like, okay, this is done. I'm gonna transform into like an apple, and this girl's gonna be like, oh my gosh, what a lovely apple, and then I'm gonna be a man and just start banging her. That's what happens.
All I know is Zeus's pullout game is shit. For being God, his pullout game is shit.
Yeah, exactly. He never pulls out. He's fucking Zeus. Why would you? You don't care. You're just gonna fucking
like you can't get me from child support for on Mount
Dude.
Olympus.
Yeah, it's like more excitement to look over. You know what I mean? Like whatever. Let's add some fucking more flavor into this shit.
That would be a fun bit though. Someone trying to climb Mount Olympus to get child support.
I mean, some of them did get child support.
Which one's got child support?
I think like probably Athena or somebody like that.
That's another god.
She was all pissed off. Did they bang? I don't know if they banged or not.
I'm sure.
I think
it's a shorter list of people Zeus didn't bang.
It's probably also his sister. It's one of those weird things where it's like
Greek mythology. They're like,
yeah, it doesn't matter. It's like we're all banging.
Yeah, like what's gonna happen? I'm gonna fucking birth a kraken.
Yeah, no,
whatever.
They bang their own children. It's like it's all wild. They don't give a fuck. Yeah, I mean, and that's what happens. Yeah, they end up birthing kraken. I mean, Hercules is kind of what ends up happening.
No, he fucked a mortal for Hercules. He's only half god.
Yeah, but I'm saying like that kind of shit. You know what I mean? I know there's a bunch of other like, what are they called? I would say more looked down upon creations.
Like in the Minotaur, one of his.
I don't know. I think the Minotaur might just be a creature.
No, that definitely got fucked into existence.
I feel like it might be like the Cyclops, like it just like exists. I mean, I'm sure it has like a story, like it came from whatever, the fucking toe of a...
Yeah, it was the offspring of some Greek god I can't pronounce, the wife of Minos, and a snow white bull sent to Minos by the god Poseidon for sacrifice.
Yeah, so they had a threesome basically, and just...
She just fucked a cow that the fucking god of the ocean sent. Why is the god of the ocean sending cows?
No, but you said the son of a daughter...
Well, no, I guess she may not be a Greek god. She may just be some broad.
Wait, explain this again better.
Okay.
Who are
the Minotaur? Greek Minotaur's Minos bull. In Greek mythology, a fabulous monster of Crete that had the body of a man and a head of a bull. It was the offspring of, I can't pronounce it.
Say it. Try it.
Pasiphae.
P-H-A-E. Pasiphae.
Pasiphae. Right? The wife of Minos.
P-A-S-I-P-H-E-A?
Yeah.
Or is that, yeah, Pasiphae, I think.
Pasiphae, whatever, sure.
Yeah, it's like Cassiopeia. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This shirt is a Cassiopeia shirt, by the way.
Neat.
100%.
Don't sidetrack from the bull.
Oh, well, I mean, we'll get there, but we'll talk more about
the wife of Minos and a snow white bull sent to Minos by the god. She fucked her husband's bull. It wasn't even her bull.
No, but the Pasiphae and the bull, that's it? Those are the only two parties involved?
Apparently.
Okay. So maybe...
He was the king of Crete.
Did he...
But he was the son of Zeus.
Okay, so maybe he embodied the bull and then banged her.
Hold on. Let's see.
He probably had some godly powers.
I mean, she cheated on her demigod husband with a bull.
Is that really what happened? Or is there some... I mean,
Minos, instead of sacrificing, kept it alive. Poseidon, as a punishment, made I can't pronounce her fucking name.
Pasiphae.
Fall in love with it.
Or Pasiphae. Maybe it's Pasiphae.
Pasiphae. But Poseidon's like, yo, because you didn't sacrifice the bull I sent you, I'm gonna make your wife fuck it. And it's gonna knock her up.
That's what happened? So Poseidon is behind this?
Yep.
Yeah, see. I didn't think it was Zeus. Zeus is just related to Poseidon, I guess. They're brothers.
Minos is a half son of fucking Zeus.
But Minos is the bull?
No, he was her husband who didn't sacrifice the bull.
That's weird.
He was the king of Crete.
This is really weird.
Greek mythology is pretty fucking weird.
Yeah, it is. When you really break it down.
Like, yo, you didn't sacrifice that. Like, that's some shit. Like, hey, I sent you this beautiful ribeye steak. Oh, you're not going to eat my beautiful ribeye steak? Now you have to fuck it.
I think it's a little different than that.
Yeah, because it was alive first? Sure.
I mean, yeah, it is an animal. It's like a little different to fuck an animal as compared to a piece of meat.
Though, in modern society, it's definitely much more socially acceptable to fuck a piece of meat than a living animal.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, absolutely. But that's modern society. And I'm saying it makes more sense especially back in the day, to get fucked by an animal at the very least, than it does to get fucked by a piece of meat.
Poseidon made her fall in love with it.
Okay, so then she would have inserted the piece of meat into herself and then gave birth to Rebicius. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck, dude?
Man.
I think I just created the best new superhero. Rebicius, the half ribeye, half man.
It's just delicious. Yeah, his villains know he's coming.
He's just big and jacked and grilled and just
got a tomahawk bone sticking out of him.
Yeah. Juicy. He's constantly dripping. Everywhere he walks is just meat juices falling.
His sidekick is A1.
You don't want him well done, trust me.
Oh.
You don't want to fuck with him when he's well done, because then he's impossible to fight. You don't fight him in the sun. You have to fight him at cooler temperatures. That's the only way that you're able to.
You got to fight him when he's rare.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Then he's bloody, cuts in. But you have to make sure he rests, because if he doesn't rest and then you try to fight him, then the juices will be too much and then he'll be even tougher. You know what I mean? So it's like, man.
No one listening to this knows who this podcast is for.
It's for meat enthusiasts, which I am. What was the question I asked you before we started this podcast?
What has the most meat I can put in my face hole?
No, that is actually an alteration of what I said.
It's a paraphrase.
Yeah, paraphrasing. Well, I said, what did I ask you? And then you took some artistic liberties with that.
As I do on this show.
I guess don't let the truth get in the way of a good story.
Duh.
But yeah, I asked how much where can I get the most meat? That was the question.
For the least amount of money.
That is the question. Yeah, because I mean, I could just go to an all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue place or a Korean barbecue place and get a lot of meat.
You could.
I mean, technically, I could go to like some sort of chicken place and get a lot of meat, but that's battered. You know what I mean? I could.
No, you could go to the Mediterranean place around the corner and like get a whole chicken for like $12.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. I should probably do something like that, because I'm too lazy to go home and cook after this. But
after all the drinkings.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I have to lunge, and then I have to do stuff tomorrow. I have like things I got to do. You know what I mean?
Be a professional or some shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have to show up to places for things.
And not fuck a bull.
Musically. Not fuck a bull. Yeah, I mean, I would say that's on my list. 99% of the time I'm going.
Every once in a while, just...
well, I'm, never say never.
I'm just saying, if it's 99% of the time it's not on your list, that means 1 out of 100 days it's on your list.
That's the most alpha thing you can do if you think about it.
Fuck a bull.
Yeah, I mean, or fuck a buffalo, actually. That's probably a little more alpha. That's a little more hardcore. If you think about it. The buffalo are real scary. Bulls are scary, but buffalo are like real scary. They're like twice the size of a bull.
They don't have the nasty ass horns, though.
Yeah, they'll just fucking smash you, bro. Like, they're scary as fuck, apparently.
I mean, isn't that what you're going for to get smashed?
They're really dangerous. I'm fucking the bull, bro. The bull ain't fucking me. No way. That's a whole different scenario.
You're not having a Minotaur butt, baby?
That's never on my list, unfortunately, I guess. Is it unfortunate that that's never on my list? I'm sure that's on some people's list, and you know what? I support that. If you want to get fucked by a bull... And
no, I don't support that.
A lot of people want to get fucked by figurative bulls, not literal bulls. You know what I mean? Bulls are very sought after commodity in the modern cuckold society that we're living in, called fucking America, called LA, the world of cuckolds. Basically, we're all cuckolds. Everybody's becoming a cuckold, whether you like it or not.
Now you actually have to be in a relationship to get cuckolded.
Yeah, I mean, no, you don't. Definitely don't have to be in a relationship to get cuckolded. Come on. You know that.
No.
So many cucks don't get cucked like because of that. You know what I mean?
But to actually have the act of being cuckolded happen, you have to be in a relationship. It's your partner has to fucking cuckold you.
Yeah, but people get cucked by people who aren't their partners all the time, and they're into that. And that's not necessarily their partner, but that's still...
Well, yeah,
the idea of cucking has to do with being with another partner, I think, more than anything, right? Having somebody else and then like coming to you or doing it in your face. Like we talked about this last time. Like, I'm not down for, like, you can be in the closet if you're if I'm cucking on you, I guess, is that how it would work? If I'm the bull in this situation, because I would prefer to only ever be the bull. Maybe perhaps in my life I've unknowingly been a cuckold, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm sure we all have at one point or another, you know what I mean, in modern society. And I'm sure vice versa. We've all perhaps cuckolded.
Nope, I've never cheated on anyone.
Well, I mean, it's not necessarily cheating. If you're seeing other people, you can still cuckold other people. Like
I've never cuckolded.
If you have loose, friends with benefit relationships that there's no cheating involved or no, infidelity, then that's a different situation. If that is the case, then yes. For me, I mean, I don't know if cuckolding is having sex, because there's a lot of definitions, right? So it could be having sex the day of, or
technically, by the letter of the word, cuckolding is only when a man's wife is unfaithful.
Okay.
By the letter of the dictionary.
Okay. So, but that could be any partner being unfaithful,
right? But they have to be a partner.
Yeah, yeah. But it can be a loose partnership where that's not something that you're, you know what I mean, that you're really conveying to people. Like, because at times I've just had like several friends with benefits, and like,
yeah, but you're not actively cuckolding somebody at that point.
If you have sex with other people in the same day and then you have sex with them, wouldn't that be?
No, I mean, because
for me, like, I say like that's right on the edge of cuckolding. Like to me, like if a girl unknowingly, you know what I mean? If they had told me beforehand, like, hey, whatever, I'd be like, okay, at least I kind of like am aware of it. You can kind of process it a little more. But like if unknowingly they had sex with somebody else and then had sex with you, that's like the borderline of cuckolding. That's like you're being 1% cuckolded right there, at least.
I guess
that's for me, for my broad spectrum of cuckold.
Well,
cuckery, is that what it is? Cuckery, that's what they call it, right? That's what the kids now call it.
I guess
because now cuck is it's a term.
It's a derogatory
term. Yeah,
probably gonna get us demonetized somewhere on this.
Really?
Who knows? It's okay. We'll live.
Yeah. Well, that's going to get us demonetized.
Not all the bullfucking.
Not every episode that we've done before this.
No, the rest of them are just going to get you canceled.
Yeah, exactly. Well, hey, so far so good. I'm doing good. In fact, my followers are increasing. So maybe I'm getting the reverse cancel effect. Maybe my reverse psychology and wanting to get canceled is actually working to my benefit. The Fringe, the Fringe is coming after me because they're like, they're anti-establishment. So anything the establishment says, they say, you know what? We're going to go against that. We're on the Fringe. And
we'll just have you fuck a bison on your timeline. They'll bring more in.
If I fuck a bison on my timeline, bro, I'm going on Rogan 100%, bro. No problem. Easy, dude. The next day, their people are going to get a hold of me and be like, yeah, when can you come in? I'm like, fly me out. I'm there tomorrow. Let's make it happen.
Wow, I don't get the exclusive. I see how it is.
Bro, I mean, we heard it here first. It broke here. But when it breaks, yeah, I have to do the recap on Rogan for sure. For sure. He's going to want to know. He's going to want to know. The whole world is going to want to know, bro.
I don't think the whole world wants to hear about your bestiality. Professional opinion.
Look, I don't really care to hear much about bestiality either, brother. But hearing about somebody fucking a bison is pretty fascinating shit. I don't know about you. That piques my interest just a little bit. It does, tilt my ears, so to speak. Raise my ears. There you go. That's what I should have said. Tilt my ears. Tilt my head. I don't fucking know.
Okay,
Google bison.
I totally just put myself on a list. I just Googled, has a man ever fucked a bison? I'm on a list.
And the answer is, am I going to be the first to do it, or just
the first
line of bison fuckery?
So the first thing that pops up, I don't want to click on. It's a Quora.com question. What are some animals that humans have sex with? I've had sex with. That's the first one.
I'm
not clicking on that one.
About this. I'm curious what the list is.
I don't want that on my fucking search history.
I know a few. I know the answer to a few, but I don't know the answer to all. I don't know. I maybe know the answer to 6 out of those 10, but I'm curious what that other 4 is.
What the other 4 major food groups are?
What the 4 animals that they partied with? Because I've seen things with perhaps carcasses of animals. I've seen some tentaclery. You know what I mean? Some stuff like that.
Actual or animated?
Actual. You've never seen like people with octopuses inside of them?
No.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen a lot of things on the internet. I'm not sure if you know this about me, Matt Slayer. I think we talked about this once, perhaps before. But I was into the dark web not like the super dark web, but like
The gray web.
a lot of, yeah, like yeah, the gunmetal web, you know what I mean? It wasn't black, but it was close, you know what I mean? Yeah, there was a lot of stuff on that. What was it called? It was like Wikipedia, but it was like for fucking like meme people. What was it? Oh my goodness. I'll have to think about it. I'll remember it. Encyclopedia Dramatica. That was it. Do you remember that?
I do.
Yeah. I was on a lot of Encyclopedia Dramatica from the ages of like 16 to 18, perhaps 19, you know what I mean? Around those kind of late teen formative years. And boy, let me tell you what. You'll see a lot of things on there that'll change the man you are, but you know what? Also makes you stronger. It's also good to put yourself through those kind of tests, just like working out. It's a mental workout. It's a psychological workout. It prepares you for disturbing things you might come across in life. You know, so that is the one plus to that. But at the same time, it's almost like the it's the ring of power. Like when you put it on, it's like, oh, you're kind of getting close. Like the race can't see you. You can hide, but like you're getting that much closer to Sauron. Whereas, you know, the dark web, the Encyclopedia Dramatica, it does darken you just a little bit. But like I said, overall, does makes you a little hardier. I've seen octopuses inside of people thanks to that.
Live octopuses are just like
dead. They have to be dead, bro. Live octopuses, that's not working out. They're way too strong, and they have beaks. There could be damage. They'll bite the. I mean,
people are stupid.
Those beaks crack rocks and shit. I mean, not rocks, but shells. You know, which are basically.
Yeah, people
rocks.
are stupid. Yeah. People do stupid shit.
No, the Japanese aren't that stupid.
Well, I'm not saying it was the Japanese that are sticking octopuses inside themselves.
I'm saying those are the people that I saw sticking them inside them. So,
I mean, for fuck's sake, there's a dude who got himself fucked to death by a fucking horse on the internet.
He died after that?
Mr. Hands? Yeah. Oh, yeah, he died.
Oh, poor guy.
I mean, it fucked him to death.
You know what's crazy is the guy with the jar didn't die. I heard. Isn't that wild?
Tell the audience what you're talking about.
Everybody knows the jar. If you know about Mr. Hands, you know about the jar.
Yeah, but I briefly described what Mr. Hands is.
Mr. Hands is a guy getting fucked by a horse.
To death by a horse, yes.
I guess to death. I mean, I don't like to add that part. I like to think of it as a happy ending.
It was for the horse. He wasn't being tortured anymore.
Yeah, he basically, he collapsed that guy, bro. It was a party, and shot a massive load into him. I'm sure, you know what I mean, and just probably just nutted him to death. But yeah, and so similar thing just happened with a jar, you know what I mean? But nobody got fucked to death. They just got fucked by the jar.
And like, how large of a jar are we talking?
A mason jar. Full on mason jar, bro. Just inserted and then collapsed at one point.
Like it shattered?
Yeah, you've never seen this?
No.
Oh, you don't know about the jar. Well, I'm glad I'm corrupting you a little bit for once, Matt Slayer. That's nice. That's a good feeling, you know? The jar shatters and there's blood, and I couldn't imagine what else happened, but
very quickly it became Cannibal Corpse lyrics.
Yeah, bro. I mean, it's just the thought of that thing. That's one of those things where you really start to analyze that kind of, that feeling. Not a good feeling, not a good thought, not a good place to go in your head, you know, but sometimes you got to go there.
I mean, who would think that's a good idea?
Obviously, this guy thought it was a good idea. Or maybe he didn't think it was a good idea. Maybe he thought it was a bad idea and he did it anyway.
It could have just been like a Jackass-esque fucking dare. I mean, how many random things have the Jackass guys stucking up themselves?
Yeah, I mean, that's true, but they've seemingly stuck things that where if they do come out, it's not like
going to kill you, potentially.
I mean, that's the thing. A glass, you got to think of pressure, and especially with the way that the muscles in the body contracts. Oh my goodness. It's not a smart place to be putting things that are fragile. If you consider cotton candy fragile, then you could make that happen, right? I mean, is cotton candy fragile, I guess? What's something fragile that you could put up your ass and it wouldn't be detrimental? Or does fragile really only specifically almost entail things that are
cotton candy would just dissolve.
That's what I'm saying. But it is kind of a fragile material. It's light. I guess,
it's sugar.
It's not really fragile. Brainstorm with me here.
What fragile things could you put up your butt and survive?
Yeah, because I mean...
Crackers. You could probably put crackers in your asshole and survive.
If they were encased in a condom, yes. I would say, you know what?
No. I'm just saying if you fucking shove a saltine up your butt, you'll probably survive.
Yeah, but I mean, it would do some damage. It would do some damage.
It might just come.
Saltines are sharp, bro. Think about how
I'm not talking about putting Triscuits up there.
But I know. So a saltine, bro. A saltine cracker. A zest, bro. A zesty. Is that what they're called? Zesty. Yeah. Classic.
But your asshole would make it wet. It wouldn't be as like.
Thinking about saltine crackers now just makes me want to go get some matzo ball soup down at Cantor's. I'm thinking about being sick, all this saltine talk. You know what I mean? I'm thinking I need some Sprite and some...
Yeah, mom doesn't give it to you that way when you're fucking sick. At least I hope not.
Well, son, it's time for your saltines.
Upset stomach, little Billy. Here's your saltines and a chicken noodle soup.
He doesn't like to do it through the mouth. It doesn't, he's too young. We can't put it under his tongue. We have to go the other way.
I'm just imagining like a beer bong into someone's asshole of chicken noodle soup.
That's a fun visual because I like to think of the outward projection of that would be fun to see. The noodles, you know what I mean? Like whole noodles, not digested. You never really see that.
Chunks of carrots,
chicken bones.
I don't think you're getting bones into the beer bong. I don't think.
If it's big enough.
That'd be a gaping ass beer bong.
I mean, hey, dude. We've seen what happened with Mr. Hands. You could easily put a couple chicken bones up there. No problem. I mean,
chicken bones I think kill you.
Look,
I think
some of the people on the goddamn your show have had bigger things than chicken bones up.
Yes, but they've been attached to things that could be easily removed from their asshole at that point.
Well, perhaps.
Definitely. They're generally attached to people.
Yeah, sometimes, but sometimes they're not.
I don't know.
There's a lot of things that could just get slipped in and I mean, not lost forever, but unable to instantly retrieve.
This is true. This is true.
Might need some flow from the other end in order to...
Or a PA to help you fish it out.
Well, yeah, I've heard of them fishing all sorts of things out. Have you ever had to fish anything out?
I have not, actually. I've never had to actually fish a makeup sponge out of anybody or anything.
Has anybody asked to fish?
No. I have big hands, so like I'm not the ideal person to fish things out of people.
Yeah, they want somebody a little nimbler.
Yeah.
Also,
not my big old sausage fingers.
Not only that, but you're not very dexterous, I would say. You know what I mean?
What the fuck are you talking about?
I feel like if there's gonna be if your hands are gonna be fishing something out, I'm not trusting them. I'm not trusting them to be what's the word?
Manual dexterity?
Yeah, bro. Like I don't feel like you have a like an accurate touch, you know what I mean? I feel like there's a lot of like just jumbling around, reaching around. Like I feel like you're gonna be like searching for a candy bar in your mom's purse, you're just frantically looking a butterscotch disc.
God damn.
That's what I feel like what's going on. I don't feel like it's an old lady.
Which of my exes did you talk to?
I don't feel like it's an old lady pulling a penny out of a coin purse. I feel like it's Herschel and the Hanukkah Goblin. Do you remember that story?
Yeah.
I like that you remember that story. That's a great one, right? That's a great book. But I feel like, yeah, you'd be trying to get the pickle jar out, and because you've grasped onto too many pickles, you couldn't get your hand out. And you'd be like, "What is this sorcery?" You wouldn't.
Wow, Raanen. Wow.
I'm not saying you're not good in bed. I'm just saying it's if you were to do. I wouldn't trust you as a surgeon, Matt. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't either. I mean, it's fucking my steady ass hands.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. You just proved your own point. You just got offended.
I mean, that was a joke. That was a joke, Raanen. I was shaking my hand.
And then agreed. I see your hand right over there, twiddling and shaking as I spill water. As instant karma hits me right there.
That's right.
Yeah. That's all you get. That's what you get for
insulting the host in his own home.
What's new, bro? Like I never insulted you in your own home, or vice versa. Like you don't come over to my place and insult the fuck out of me.
I don't do it on the internet often.
Not often. Yeah, there's the
There's the qualifier.
Yeah. Took the word right out of my mouth. I love it. Insulting the host in their own home. Yeah. There's a lot of that going on in this show. You know?
No, never. Never.
Yeah. No surgery. That's it, bro. But you know.
Well, I'll when World War III breaks out, and I got to dig a bullet out of you, I'm just gonna leave it in. I'll be like, sorry, Raanen, you don't trust me to do surgery.
No. See, I would trust you to use a forceps to pull a bullet out of me. And nobody else is around. Sure, yeah, absolutely. Well, what other option would I have? However,
No, that should be sailed, sir.
I would not trust you to fish some sort of item. Who knows what it could be? Some sort of non-fragile item, or perhaps a fragile item. Even worse, out of somebody's rectum. What I'm most curious. Maybe we can look this up. What happened to that guy? Like, what was the surgical process? What, like, they just flush him out? Some little X-Lax, he was all good? Like, is there a behind the music of the BME Pain Olympics, basically?
Someone asked a Q&A, anyone know what happened? We're going to go to a Twitter story about it. Oh, there's a whole YouTube video about this thing.
Uh-oh. Now we're getting into the dark web again.
I mean, this is on YouTube. It can't be that dark.
Oh, yes, it can.
Oh, it's a 15-minute video. I'm not watching this shit right now.
Of course we aren't. But I've seen some real dark things on YouTube. Man, you know what fucked me up, bro? I tried to watch this Alice in Chains video when I was really on my Alice in Chains kick, which I kind of always am, but there was a good period of time last year and the year before, like especially fall, really into Alice in Chains. And
did you get into heroin without me knowing it?
There was this video. Bro, especially after you watch this video, you're never going to want to do heroin. But there was a video and like, it was maybe 12 minutes long, like 8 to 12 minutes long. But the beginning was like about like Lane Staley in the last days of his death, like played a lot of video games. Like apparently, you know, two of the places, like the most frequently he would be seen was at Toys R Us. Like he would always be going to Toys R Us buying video games. And like at that time, it's like you're dealing with like maybe Sega Saturn, PlayStation, you know what I mean? Still some Super Nintendos being played and shit. And I was like, oh, cool. I'm going to want to watch this like later. Like this is about Lane Staley playing video games. You know what I mean? And then it just goes into the last days of his life. And it's just all about like his death and depression and how he wasted away to nothingness. And it's like this fucking so depressing, like really fucking sad video. And it's really brutal. And I did not expect it whatsoever. I thought it was going to be a fun video. I told my friend, I was like, yeah, let's sit down and watch this, dude. We just had like a really hard day at work. I was like, this is going to be great to watch because we're going to see like Lane Staley, like, and like what kind of video games he played. Like, that's what I'm really thinking. This video, they set it up to where it's like the next at least 5 to 6 minutes are going to be talking about video games and what Lane was playing. And nope. Talked about his sad, slow decline into withering away into nothingness. It was really, really quite bad. So the dark web is everywhere. It is on YouTube, you know, because that's dark in many other ways, you know.
It is.
Emotionally dark.
I definitely want people to find my body 2 weeks later. That just sounds like...
Definitely no chance of a open casket at that point.
I'm not having an open casket anyways.
Yeah, exactly. Why would you, you know?
You want an open casket?
No, I don't. I want a casket, bro. Fuck that. That's just a huge, colossal waste of money. Hey, let me leave my family or friends with, you know.
Take a life insurance plan out, fool.
Yeah, I would want that money to go to people. You know what I mean? Instead of a stupid box for my fucking
take out enough to get both covered.
That's so stupid. Why would you? I'm gonna insult everybody right now who uses caskets. I think caskets are dumb as fuck.
So you want to be cremated?
Yeah, like I really don't care what they do with my body. You know, I got two options or two choices, right? One is like the least space and resources used possible. I'm super down with that. Whatever is not gonna, you know, burn a lot of calories, because it's like I'm dead. Burn the calories celebrating and partying and having a good time and grilling and drinking and doing all that shit, playing video games. I want everybody to do a bunch of stupid, fun shit, and do what you want to do too. Don't think that it has to be about me just because it's my death. You're celebrating. I want you to celebrate the way you want to. So if you want to get fucked by a bull on my
Raanen, you have to have a casket. I can't masturbate on your casket if you don't have a casket.
You know, you can masturbate on.
No, it's not the same.
My old drum kit one last time.
No.
Yeah.
I want my load to drip down the rich mahogany of your casket.
Well, first of all, the idea of you outliving me is hilarious. Secondly, the other option would be to become, if there was enough like want from the fan, if there was enough demand from my loving fans, the Rainiacs as we call them, and they wanted, I would either like become a plastinate, you know, those things like the body museums, like those. I think those are really cool. It's like, all right, you basically get turned into a Tool music video character for the rest of your life.
Well, I mean,
and like that's pretty badass. And to be like set up on a drum kit would be cool. You know what I mean? I'd be like, all right, that's like a cool way for at least my body to be preserved. And it's used as not only an educational tool, but also something that's you know, a cool way of remembering me. You can literally see my skinless body. And you can come on that if you want. I really don't care. You know what I mean?
It's the mahogany.
It's the mahogany. Well, I'll have a mahogany drum set for you. You can come on that. That's good enough.
All right.
And then
my drips to semen will just play little beats.
Or just, you know, also like maybe a cool statue. You know, I think like that would be dope. Like I saw Ronnie James Dio have a really badass statue that was like carved out of a stone in Bulgaria or some shit. I'm like, okay, you know, something like that, even though those options burn a lot of calories. It's like if there was demand and it would make people happy, just kind of like things like the Stevie Ray Vaughan
or the Lemmy statue in the rainbow,
Austin. Yeah, you know, there's all sorts of stuff at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, like the Johnny Ramone and all that shit. You know, there's cool stuff like that where it's like, okay, for your fans, for your friends, for your family, that's kind of a cool thing. But yeah, realistically, like all my memories will be, I'm sure, preserved on the internet or whatever facet of that, you know, exists, and, you know, in everybody's hearts. And hopefully it's one of those weird things where it's like, I do want to leave behind a legacy. However, I also kind of agree with what Frank Zappa said of just like, who wants to really leave behind a legacy? Like, it doesn't really matter, because when you're dead, you know, you can't really enjoy it unless Valhalla truly does exist, which I like to think it does. And perhaps in maybe some way it does, some iteration of that. And perhaps your subconscious sends your brain a message to where like, that is what you think you're going to. And then perhaps eternally you do live in Valhalla. But, yeah, other than that, I don't want to like, he said Reagan, you know, those are the kind of guys, Nixon, you know, those are the kind of guys who live a life and they want to be remembered, you know, and they'll do everything in their life to make sure that remembrance is just right. And it's like, it's kind of egomaniacal in a way, you know? So I'm of sort of both ilks. Like I said, if like a Frank Zappa statue would be cool. It would be cool if Lady Gaga opened up Frank Zappa's house and studio for people to visit and kind of made it a museum of sorts, you know, just like so many things, just like Graceland, you know what I mean? That shit's kind of cool. Not to say I'm fucking Frank Zappa or Elvis Presley by any means, but, you know, I'd like to think by the time everything's said and done, people will perhaps want to at least remember the drumming of Raanen Bozzio.
And that he died on the toilet like Elvis.
And can listen to all the miserable you know, how would I feel about dying on the toilet? Well, it's memorable, you know. At the
you and the king.
Least, it's a lasting legacy, you can say. You know, yeah. How many people died on the toilet, really, and how many people that were in music died on the toilet? You know,
that's an amazing question.
So perhaps you know, some of our, I don't know why we go to our larger musician friends, but you know, Meatloaf. What happened with Meatloaf recently? Did he make it out alive?
Oh, there's a ranker list of famous people who have died on the toilet.
All right, let's hear it.
Elvis, Judy Garland.
Wow, Judy Garland is a trip. That kind of surprised me. That
she OD'd on barbiturates.
You would think Dorothy, you know what I mean? Wait, was she Dorothy?
Yeah.
Yeah. And fucking, what's her name? Scarlett O'Hara. Right?
I don't know.
Yeah, she was Scarlett O'Hara.
George II of Great Britain had a heart attack on the royal toilet.
Okay. Royal toilet. See, now that's like when you die on the royal toilet, that's pretty badass.
Warlord Usagi Kenshi was speared on the throne. Like getting murdered on the toilet's pretty rough. Especially by spear.
I'm trying to think of what the Japanese toilet was like in this time period. You know what I mean? I would like to see what can we also sidebar find out what year he died and find out
16th century Japanese warlord.
Okay, now we need to know what 16th century Japanese.
I mean, modern Japanese style toilets are still a hole you hover over. I can't imagine.
No, not completely, not all of them.
No, I mean, there's Western toilets, but like traditional Japanese toilets are a hole you fucking hover over.
Yeah, but they're more like a trough. You know what I mean? They're not just hole. Like the Europe is a hole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the Japanese toilets are kind of like a bathtub, like a small shit tub.
We are Googling 16th century Japanese toilets.
I want you guys to do this at home if you're listening and you have available. If you're in the car, especially, pull out your iPhone and that's assuming you have an iPhone, not an Android, like a poor person.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't changed. They pretty much have not changed.
Can you tilt this a little bit so I can see it, perhaps? So I don't have to use my imagination on seeing the 16th century Japanese toilets or the artist's depiction of a 16th century Japanese toilet. I'm sure, in fact, there's a lot of 16th century Japanese toilets in preservation in some of these castles. Perhaps it's Suzaku Castle, where Ryu's stage is. Ryu from Street Fighter, that is, for those of you nerds who don't know.
I'd have to search through this, but yeah. I mean, they don't look like they've changed much.
We'll get to it. Okay, yeah. I'll have to wait until afterwards, guys, to react. I'll react on the internet. Either way,
speared to death on the fucking can.
It depends on how, it was probably a long spear death, It's one of those things.
One guy's holding his nose as he's fucking...
Well, no, it had to be thrown.
Does it have to be thrown?
Maybe not. Well, then that's way easier because he probably, got, like, if the guy just came in and speared him, like, with, like, what are those called? Yugatani guy with something or another. I don't fucking know.
Would you really trust assassinating the fucking warlord while he's on the can to a throw? Nah, you run that shit in.
Yeah, well, who knows, bro? Who knows? Maybe the toilet was kind of out in the open.
Yeah, but you'd use arrows at that point if you're going to go for range.
Or maybe he didn't have any arrows. Maybe he just had a spear and that was it.
My one spear.
Because when I think about speared to death, I think about somebody throwing a spear. You don't think about...
I don't think, one spear may not be fatal. Like, if you're assassinating important people on the can, you don't leave it up to chance that your one throw is going to do the job.
No, it definitely would be. I've seen a lot of those what was that show called? Deadliest Weapon? Or
Deadliest Warrior?
Deadliest Warrior, yeah. The spears do good. The spears fuck people up, bro.
I'm sure they fuck people up.
No, like, it kills you, because, like, the spear, like... if it's a good shot, it will crush your bones. Like, it fucking fucks up your organs. That guy in 16th century Japan, he ain't coming back.
Yeah, but why would you risk it instead of just running it in him?
It's range. You know what I mean? Range. You got to think about range. Maybe he wasn't,
Maybe he's like close. He's got two katanas on the can with him. He's just like,
he couldn't get close enough. Now, what I'm thinking is, where was his bodyguards? He didn't have any people around him protecting his toilet, or they speared those guys and then speared him. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't hear that and think, oh, fuck, I got to wrap this up. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't hear his boys dying.
Well, now we got to Google this dude's death.
Yeah. That's because I'm assuming he's the really most, like we already went over the most famous. Now that we get to Japanese samurai guy. Yeah. It's Elvis, Judy Garland.
A bunch of royals.
Yeah, royalty. Those are the people who die on the toilet.
He died April 19th, 1578 at age 48.
19th, 1578.
1578, yep.
Yeah. Okay. April 19th.
Okay, or Ranker's just fucking wrong.
They're wrong?
In October...
They lied. They lied to us.
According to Wikipedia, he died of esophageal cancer in the spring of 1578.
Well, that's according to Wikipedia, man. Wikipedia. Anybody can edit that.
Oh, hold on.
Can anybody edit Ranker? Or do you have to be a small-time journalist coming up with stories about people dying on the toilet?
However, it is also speculated that he was the victim of one of the most famous ninja assassinations.
Speculated.
Yep.
Okay. And it was a ninja who did it.
Yep.
I like that. I like that.
By a ninja concealed in the cesspool beneath the latrine.
Stabbed him upward.
With a short spear or sword.
Stabbed him in the ass, bro. That's brutal. That is brutal. Okay, short spear or sword. It could have been a sword.
Right, but he didn't throw it. He just whooped.
I'm going to say yeah. So now that completely changes the scenario. We had one thought of dying on the toilet. Because, yeah, that completely answers it. Ninjas are fucking creative, bro. You got to give it to them, bro. They're not like, you'd think the average person thinks, okay, we're going to kill the bodyguards and we're going to go and just fucking kill this guy while he's taking a shit. Nope. We're going to go through the fucking cesspool, basically wading through shit and fucking slice his ass up, bro. Straight. Yeah, well, you got to think, does that probably kill you pretty quickly?
Depends on how big the sword was.
Yeah, because I mean, if it goes up in your guts, you got to think that's you're gonna bleed out pretty quick,
fairly quickly.
Yeah.
Did he let him finish first, or he's just like, oh, there's the asshole? Like, how did he know it was the right ass?
Well, I mean, you got to just assume it's any ass you get once wading through toilet. You just got to take it, bro.
You just got to take your shot.
You're just like, it is what it is. Whoever I kill here, they're dead. You know what I mean? Because I ain't gonna wait in this shit any longer. You know what I mean?
If you've already
wait for another ass to come take a dump,
if you have already committed to laying in the cesspool for your target, because if you failed and assassinated the wrong guy, I'm sure you gotta fucking kill yourself in front of your master when you get home.
Well, now we get no, you don't, because you killed somebody. You know what I mean? You're a
ninja. You're a ninja sent on a specific job. You weren't sent to kill the fucking.
If you're not dead, though, I mean, that's good. And I'm sure he probably heard some talking.
Fucking 16th century Japan, failure was not really looked kindly upon.
Yeah, but he didn't. It's not like he failed and got captured or failed and whatever. He just killed some dude and then left. Like I'm assuming.
Dude, even in World War II, Japanese generals were killing themselves for failing at missions. 16th century ninjas are definitely three cuts.
That's different, bro. No, the ninjas are way more sought after, bro. Those Japanese soldier people, they didn't know.
No, the seppuku was happening if they didn't kill the right guy through toilet murder.
No, I don't agree with that. I think, in fact, you get an extra promotion for being the guy who went through the fucking cesspool of shit. You're like, you know what, bro? You've seen horrors more than any of us have. Like, it's okay. It's okay. You probably gave him a hug afterwards. You know what I mean? Patted him on the back and said, "That'll do, Pud. That'll do." But to that point, what I'm really interested in is, like you said, did you wait till he was finished taking the shit? So you're there, the ass comes down. Do you is this a thing where it's like, oh, some plops out and then you wait and stab upward, or you have to take the shot because there's no opportunity? Another question, what kind of shit was it? Because then that adds a whole new spectrum of madness. He's a Japanese emperor. For all we know, he's drinking fucking sake like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Just ate a bunch of sushi. Just ate a bunch of raw fish. Ate whoever the fuck knows, a bunch of rice, and just fucking could spray. Like, what if it was like an explosive spray, Well, and then are you even angrier? Do you strike with an even swifter?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Or was he constipated? Was he trying? And you're just waiting. You're like, oh shit, should I go now? Fuck, no.
Fucking loosened him up. Like, oh god, no.
Well, I mean, you got to imagine that from that point, wherever you are, things are spraying on you. It's going to be blood, guts, shit, urine, I'm sure.
Well, just according once again back to Wikipedia. So this one ninja attempted to assassinate Nobagatu, but that also ended in failure. And Manabe was forced to commit suicide, after which his body was openly displayed in public.
Wait, what's that?
So this ninja basically failed an assassination and was forced to commit suicide for failing to assassinate the right target, even though he got away.
Okay, but that wasn't assassinating in the cesspool. That's different. So
I don't think they put that into consideration, man.
I think they do, bro. I think they do.
Like, you wait
Think about it, bro. Think about it, dude. That's like the fucking... What's the most hardcore thing you're going to ask a ninja to do besides fucking like going out there and putting your life on the line? It's wading through a bunch of fucking shit. Okay, man? Like, that's fucking hardcore. There's nothing tougher. What's harder? He's got to walk through the fucking deserts. He's got to fucking walk through the coldest fucking mountains. He's got to fucking, do some shit. He's got to fucking stand on a pole for fucking like 7 hours. None of that shit compares to fucking having to wade through human shit. Unless he was into it. Maybe he was super freak, you know what I mean? He's really kinky.
He's just rubbing it on himself.
Dude. Like he like signed up. He was like, shit, well, I get to go through the cesspool. Sign me up.
He actually wasn't there to assassinate him. He was just rolling around in the shit and like, oh shit.
Oh, there he is. I got him.
Ah.
Yeah. And then he comes back a fucking hero. They're like, that fucking pervert, dude. This fucking guy gets the big promotion. What the hell? He just fucking happened upon the emperor. Fucking Jimmy over here kills the fucking wrong handmaiden. He's got to fucking kill himself in front of the whole goddamn village. Fucking Steve over there, he's waiting around and shit.
And he was just doing it for fun.
Come, dude. What the fuck, man?
But what a way to go. Like, you're going to sit down, like, take a comfortable shit in your castle and just stab through the anus to death.
I mean, people get afraid of snakes biting their vaginas and shit like that. You know what I mean? Every now and then I think about that. Not necessarily a snake, but like a spider. I definitely like, there's some toilets out there, and I would say even mine included, that my piece hangs a little low to the bowl, and there's the definite danger of just some fangs just hopping out, bink, right on the shaft. You know what I mean? Right on the edge.
Some Black Widow just ends your dick.
Right on the mushroom tip. Right, dude? The worst place you could ever get bit by a Black Widow. Or any sort of spider, really.
Well, a normal spider bite doesn't go necrotic.
Yeah. No.
That's brown recluse that does necrotic.
Brown recluse. Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
No, that
just necrotic dick.
Yeah, that can be. I'm all set on that. I've seen that thanks to the internet.
Necrotic dick?
Yeah, bro. Dude.
Oh.
Seen every fucked up thing you could imagine.
You have not seen a warlord stabbed up the ass on a toilet. I promise you.
No, but I've definitely seen some ass and violence combinations, and those are never fun. You know what's weird is probably the most disturbing thing about Encyclopedia Dramatica. Well, there was this thing called the Pain series, and it was, you would just scroll down. That's what basically built my strength. It's what turned me into the monster I am today. And you just, as I thump this mic, it's just, things sometimes got worse, things sometimes got better. All sorts of just horrific things. Some of them were animated, some of them were real. A lot of them were real. Just one of the weirdest things was kind of an older couple, middle-aged, I would say, 40s to 60s, so somewhere between there. Looked like kind of a Florida couple, southern.